Inflation and price indexes. This refers to the changing prices of goods within a country's economy. To look at this, it's important to know how to calculate CPI. CPI stands for Consumer Price Index and looks at the changing prices of specific goods in the market basket. The market basket simply refers to a select group of goods and their cost in 2 different years. Looking at the changing cost, we can determine the rate of inflation. Here's an example showing the cost of rent, gasoline, white bread, and movie tickets. These are relatively average goods which cover a variety of types of goods. Showing the prices in 2 different years, we can calculate the CPI. You do this by taking the total current year price and dividing it by the total base year price. This comes out to be 1.1%. This can be applied to find the real GDP in a given year. Real GDP is just the GDP adjusted for inflation. So to do that, we'll take the nominal GDP, which I've set to be 21.6 billion, and divide it by the CPI we found to be 1.1%. This comes to be a real GDP of 19.64 billion. This formula can be rearranged to find the other values. As shown here, CPI equals nominal GDP divided by real GDP, and nominal GDP equals real GDP times CPI. Next, we'll look at the business cycle. Many economists refer to it as an inevitable cycle of booms and busts, broken up here into expansion, boom, recession, depression. Expansion refers to an era of economic growth. During these such eras, unemployment is low and the country is having an increase in its standard of living. This causes a rightward shift of aggregate demand. This means real GDP is up, unemployment is down, but inflation is also up, which if left unchecked could lead to hyperinflation. This would be fixed with a contractionary monetary policy. Some examples of this would be a tax increase or cutting government spending. A recession is a period of economic downturn. Unemployment is up, price levels are down, a country's standard of living is decreasing. This causes a leftward shift of aggregate demand. Real GDP is down, unemployment is up, and price levels are down. This can be fixed with an expansionary monetary policy. Examples of this would be a decrease of taxes or an increase of government spending. This all connects back because during all of these times of expansion and recession, price levels of goods are changing, leading to inflation, deflation, and changes in CPI. Conclusions. CPI is affected by the changing prices of goods. These price changes are caused by expansions and recessions in a country's economy. Different government policies can help in causing these changes.